Ladies and gentlemen, imagine a college kid flipping through a research paper just for kicks and accidentally rewriting a chunk of computer science history. Today, I'm here to tell you about Andrew Krapovin, an undergraduate who didn't just invent a new kind of hash table, a tool that's been a cornerstone of computing for decades. He also smashed a 40-year-old theory that experts thought was rock solid. This is a story about curiosity, a fresh perspective, and a discovery that's got the tech world buzzing. It all started back in the fall of 2021 at Rutgers University. Krapovin stumbled across a paper called Tiny Pointers, little arrows in a computer that point to bits of data in memory. He didn't think much of it at first, but 2 years later, in 2023, he dug into it for fun. He started wondering, could those pointers be shrunk even more to save space? To make that work, he needed a smarter way to organize the data they pointed to. Hash tables have been around since the 1950s. They let you search for data, add new stuff, or delete things all super fast. They're everywhere: your phone, your laptop, the internet. For years, scientists have obsessed over how fast they can really go, especially when they're almost full. Picture a hash table like a parking lot. Finding an open spot gets harder the more cars there are. Researchers measure that fullness with a number called X. If X is 100, the table's 99% full. If it's 1,000, it's 99.9%. The fuller it gets, the longer it takes to find a spot or a piece of data. Back in 1985, a famous computer scientist named Andrew Yao, he later won the Turing Award, the Nobel Prize of Computing, said the best way to search a hash table was to check random spots, a method called uniform probing. He claimed that in the worst case, like hunting for the very last empty slot, you'd need to check about X spots. So, if the table's 99% full, that's around 100 tries. For 40 years, everyone assumed he was right. It became a bedrock idea, a conjecture no one questioned. But Krapovin, he didn't know that. He was just tinkering, free from the weight of decades of "that's how it's always been." Playing with those tiny pointers, he built a new kind of hash table, one that didn't use random searches. And here's the kicker. It was way faster than anyone thought possible. Instead of taking X steps to find something, his design took a number called log X squared, a math term that means it's dramatically quicker. For a table 99% full, that's not 100 steps, it's more like 25. He showed it to his old professor, Martin Farach-Colton, who'd co-written Tiny Pointers. Farach-Colton didn't buy it at first. Hash tables are too well studied for a breakthrough like that. So he called in William Kussmaul, another co-author from Carnegie Mellon, to double-check. Kussmaul's jaw dropped. He told Krapovin, "This isn't just a cool hash table, you've blown up Yao's conjecture." Together, the trio, Krapovin, now a grad student at Cambridge, Farach-Colton at NYU, and Kussmaul, proved it in a paper released this January 2025. They didn't just disprove Yao's 40-year-old guess. They showed log X squared is the fastest you can possibly go for that kind of hash table. Experts call it beautiful, a perfect answer to a classic question. But wait, there's more. Yao's 1985 paper also said that for certain hash tables, ones called greedy, where new data has to go in the first open slot, the average search time couldn't beat log X. That's how long it takes to check all possible spots on average. The team wondered, does that hold for non-greedy tables where you've got more flexibility? They built one to find out and shattered another limit. Their new non-greedy hash table has an average search time that's constant, a fixed number, like 5 or 10 steps, no matter how full the table gets. It doesn't care if it's 50% full or 99.9%. That's a total game changer, and even they didn't see it coming. So what's this mean? Right now, it's not about building faster apps tomorrow. It's about understanding the nuts and bolts of how we store data. Hash tables are ancient by tech standards, but they're still one of the best ways to manage info. This discovery, announced today, March 18, 2025, answers big questions and opens new ones. As one expert put it, you never know when a breakthrough like this might unlock something practical down the road. For now, it's the story of a kid who didn't know the rules and ended up rewriting them.